everyone. This is Elliot and Jose coming to you from Dreamland Comics in Schaumburg, Illinois. Thank you for joining us here yet again on CCW TV. We are now at the end of this round of segments, and we have gotten to the segment we call Last Rants. And Last Rants is when Jose and I talk about things that generally annoy us, get our goat, stick in our craw, crap like that.
Well, sometimes we talk about things we like. Though.
Sometimes we talk about things we like, so it could be a last rave. But, you know, this is going to be a rant. Before we get into that, though, just so you know, as we have announced, the contest on the CCW TV blog is now running. So if you haven't been checking out the CCW TV blog, you're missing out. In our contest, you can win an entire set of Blackest Night tie-ins and 7 different colored rings collected by the esteemed Mr. Melendez here. He himself, out of his own pocket, paid for the books and collected the rings. So, you can have him to thank for that. Do you want to know how to win those rings? You want to know how to win that set? Be the envy of all the other fanboys on your block? You've got to check it out on the blog for details. And, of course, as always, there is a link to the CCW TV blog right there up in the information box. So, wanted to drop that. And always remember that on the blog, we can discuss things that we normally don't get to talk about here on the show. Also, I've been getting messages from an enlisted man serving in the Air Force in Japan. And he wanted to know if we could send him books. And, sorry, man, I don't know if that's going to happen right now. So, but I'm trying to figure something out to get him the more recent books that he's been looking for. So, you can always check out DreamlandComics.com, though, for your comic buying needs, especially for any of the stuff here you see on the wall behind us. Oh, well, enough of that. What's going on in the world of comics right now? No, that could possibly raise our ire. Well, earlier we were talking about Brian Bendis. And, Jeff Loeb hasn't done anything to really annoy us. So who could possibly be left that would make us think...
Well, one thing that I can say that's going to annoy me about Jeff Loeb is that Hulk... Fall of the Hulk's Alpha came out this week, written by Jeff Parker, and it was really good. It was, really good, but yeah. I'm not going to buy it because the second part is going to be written by Jeff Loeb. It almost makes it worthless.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I remember the Supreme Power... No, Ultimate Power. The Ultimate Power miniseries that came out a couple years ago was the Ultimate Universe and Supreme Power Universe crossing over. The first 3 issues were written by J. Michael Straczynski. Mm-hmm. The middle 3 issues were written by Brian Bendis. And then the last 3 issues were written by Jeff Loeb. Those had to be some of the worst books I'd ever read. And I was really, really psyched. And I do not understand how J. Michael Straczynski could have handed off his baby to... Okay, Bendis maybe, but I'm sorry, Loeb. You know, someone had been mentioned on our boards, how
then you saw what Loeb did with that character from that series in that Ultimate Hulk annual. We talked about that.
Oh, yeah. You know, why did J. Michael Straczynski leave Ultimate Power? Why does he let other people do it? Why did he leave Thor to do whatever? You know, it's like they take... He's kind of been given the bum's rush, if you ask me. Yeah. Kind of been given the bum's rush at Marvel.
Well, he got screwed on that One More Day thing too.
Oh yeah,
he wanted his name taken off that last issue because he was forced to write stuff that he didn't like.
Or was rewritten to the point where he said he shouldn't even have his name on it anymore.
That's right, because Quesada had his own ideas for how One More Day should have went.
Right. So, but that's old news. It's all over.
It is. But that's just another example of him getting screwed at Marvel.
Right. So anyway, who could possibly raise our ire right now? Oh yeah. Mark Miller. Yeah, Mark Miller's got another
He has masterpiece in the making.
He is going to he is going to reimagine, remake comic books into a form that they've never been done before. Just like with Kick-Ass, where he has given us superheroes like have never been done before. Now he's going to give us. He's gonna do it yet again. He's gonna change it all. He's a game changer. Mark Millar's gonna change the game, and he's going to give us. What's the name of this book that he's working on? Nemesis. The high concept is, what if the Batman were Joker?
Well, what if Batman was a villain? Is pretty much what it is.
If Batman was a villain,
he's a millionaire who's got all these gadgets and everything,
really?
But he's like the only villain in the world.
Oh, okay. And that's not like irredeemable how?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like Wanted too, which he also wrote. I mean, Wanted was the world run by villains.
Yeah, and Grendel wasn't Grendel kind of like that too? I mean, didn't Matt Wagner do similar stuff like that?
Yeah, but this other thing, it's his main nemesis is, and he calls him like his main nemesis in the book. Nemesis is the Commissioner Gordon of that universe. So it's like, what if Batman was a villain and his nemesis was Commissioner Gordon? It's like, so you're just taking a concept from DC Comics because you're not working at DC Comics and you're trying to make it your own kind of thing.
Yeah, I think Grant Morrison already did that too. You know, like in Earth X or Earth 2 with the Owlman. You know,
but then Steve McNiven is going to be drawing it, and that's great. But, like, I saw the costume design for Steve McNiven, and Mark Millar's like, well, you know how Batman's always in black. Well, this character's costume is all white. Oh,
well, then that, you know
it's completely different. It's the exact opposite.
There you go. Oh, wait, isn't that Moon Knight?
Yeah. It's so, like, they were teasing this thing for, like, the longest time, and, like, for a couple months now, they've been, well, Mark Millar teases everything. But it's like, this was what blew the doors off the industry this Friday. CBR had the exclusive, and I was like, so what? It's just another Mark Millar dud.
I know. Well, you know, and here's where at least I have to give Mark Millar credit. He has the best marketing machine out there. He touts himself. He boosts himself up unlike any other creator that I can think of right now. And you got to at least give him that the marketing machine works. I'm sorry. Civil War, for all intents and purposes, was a dud. That was the biggest dud, I think, for as much hype as it got. Mm-hmm. One of the most anticlimactic endings that you could have.
And you have to actually also think that it ruined the Marvel Universe for the next 5 years.
Yeah, because you spent all this time fixing it. Yeah.
Exactly. You have other writers having to take years long, like Matt Fraction and Brubaker, and you have to fix all these characters that Mark Millar fucked up.
Yeah. So, the fact that the guy still is considered one of the top creators, and that the team that gave you Civil War, and I'm sorry, Steve McNiven's a great artist.
He's an all-right artist, but the fact is, the guy's probably done, like, what? 15 comic books in his entire
career. I mean, he's pretty slow. The problem is it's slow. Remember the big thing when he was doing Amazing Spider-Man? They were relaunching the Amazing Spider-Man.
He did one issue.
He did the 3-issue arc with Dan Slott
you're right.
in the beginning, remember? And then what did he do after that?
Old Man Logan.
Yeah. And how long did that? Yeah, it took forever.
No, I agree.
So I'm like, now you're making this big deal about this Nemesis book coming out that you know is going to take a long time to come out.
Yeah,
Kick-Ass hasn't even friggin' finished yet.
Yeah, you get two guys who are notoriously late all the time, and you put them on the same book. I mean, exactly. Look at what happened with Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
That thing was like, 7 issues, and it took over like a year and a half to come out?
And another incredibly anticlimactic ending.